Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Gemini Twin Ascension. I noticed I got a few new subscribers the past couple days. Thank you, welcome. Um, I haven't sent the link out for anybody to join. Of course, I think Ophelia is at work right now, and if she messages me, I'll send her the link. But as the title details, Neptune went direct today, and for some reason, I don't really do a whole lot of, with the planetary things, but for some reason, the Neptune retrograde thing kind of stood out to me. I come across a post on Instagram earlier about it. It's been in retrograde since June 21st. Um, During that time, we could have experienced gaslighting, clouded vision, and ignoring, red flags. I myself am guilty of that. Um, Neptune does rule dreams, imagination, spirituality, creativity, the subconscious, and the psyche, um, which could explain my dreams being a little weird. I don't know. I don't know if weird could describe some of the dreams I've had lately have been flat out. You wake up scratching your head like, what the fuck is going on? But with it going direct, we'll have more clarity. We'll be able to read people easier. We'll see the red flags a lot easier as well. Have a lot more motivation. Relationships are going to be getting better. Clearer thoughts. I know here lately I've been, my train of thought has just been derailing constantly. If you watched a few of my videos, I'll be sitting there talking about something and all of a sudden I'll just stop because I'll completely forget what I was talking about. So hopefully that will clear up since Neptune's going direct. Uh, but there was another thing I was going to talk on it. If you catch me, moving around a lot, and I have a feeling I know who that is. Hi, Melissa. um, I'm having issues with my back and my hips. Last night when I went to go to bed, I could feel a little. It was hurting me when I was doing the live with Ophelia. My hips were, but last night every time I'd go to roll over in my sleep, it would wake me up because I couldn't just roll over. I had to make a conscious effort to move my shoulders with my hips because it was hurting that bad, and it's still bothering me a little bit today. I was right. Hi, Melissa. Um, it's feeling better, but I'm dealing with the want to say it's some of them. Please stop, not right now. Kind of karmic attacks. As I was getting setting up for this, I started feeling back here in the back of my neck, you know, throbbing, which is a sign of, for me, it's a sign of a headache trying to come on. So I asked the angels, clear that out. And that's not bothering me as bad, but I can still feel a little bit of pain in my hips and my back, but that could be partly because of how I'm sitting right now. What else was there? Karmic is, bless his heart, Southern language. That's either means fuck off, you're stupid, or it generally means bless his heart. I'll let you figure out and what it means in regards to the karmic. He's trying so hard to almost buy me again. Um, Last week we went to the mall, and it was the same day that I told him why why no intimacy anymore. We went to the mall, and he bought me a new straightener. Yeah. And then we went to this other store and ended up buying some kind of under eye cream, which I do have. It's hard to tell in the camera, but I do have issues, especially here lately with bags, under my eyes. I'm 39. I have 5 kids. Yes, I look tired a lot. But when he bought that, they threw in this almost a free light therapy facial. So we went back down there today to do that. And he's just, if we have the money for it and I say I want it, chances are he's gonna buy it. And it, It's getting to the point of being ridiculous, honestly. I mean, I love my crystals. Yes, I do. And that I've got, like I've said before, I've got 20 decks of cards because, oh, that's pretty. And even though I'll try to say, no, we don't need that. We don't need to do that right now. He ends up buying it. And I know what he's doing. And he's thrown it back in my face already a couple times. Well, I bought all this for you and you're doing it. I don't, buying me stuff isn't what I wanted. That's not what I've been asking for 22 years. Um, I want that the showing that you care type thing, not screaming in my face every time something goes wrong or, um, you know, throwing me across the room. I don't, I don't deserve that. And I'm finally finding my voice to, to say these things, and he's not liking it. Which tomorrow I'm doing my video early tonight. Of course, we've only got two of the boys here tonight. One of them's already down with um, in-laws down there in Kentucky. They came up here and picked him up earlier, which I kind of find a little strange because, well, he picked him up and the dogs were barking, and my oldest son's dog, and he's not real good with people he doesn't really know. So, the father-in-law did not come in the house. Well, I was standing there at the door, and my little miniature Australian Shepherd kind of, walked towards the door, and because my 13-year-old was standing there talking to his papa, and went towards the door, and my father-in-law bent down, let him sniff his hand, and Bradley barked at him, kind of growled a little bit, and backed up, right there at my side, wouldn't move. That kind of, I don't know, it set kind of wrong with me, almost like, because this dog picks up on energies and things that are safe for me, and it just, I don't know what it was about that, but it just kind of took me aback because he doesn't act that way with my dad. Yeah, he'll bark at my dad when my dad comes in the house, but he won't growl at him. As a matter of fact, he tries to jump up in my dad's lap. He loves my dad. So that kind of made me pause for a second. Um, what else was there? There was something else. I know a lot of people are dealing with karmic issues. Melissa, we talked earlier. Bless your heart. I really feel for you right now because I think I'd be going batshit right now. But we're all going through these karmic tests, and it's getting rough, but it'll be worth it when we get through them. Trying to think if there was anything else that I am trying to work a little bit more with my tarot deck. I mean, like I said before, I can read with it. I choose my oracles. So last night I was actually using my little, because my brain, like I said, my thoughts have not been the greatest here lately, so my brain's not wanting to work very well. So I actually do have my little cheat book out right now, um, for it, but uh, we'll see what comes out. If that card was, where is my, did it not get put back in there? I usually keep, it must have not got put back in there last night. I usually keep a bay leaf in each one of my tarot boxes, and that one's not in there. Oh, okay. Oh well. Okay, that's not the one we need. Right. We're gonna start off. I just said this deck usually kind of sets up. This is how we knew last night the title for Ophelia's. You talking about the Easy Tarot? I have the book, and then it came with the Gilded Tarot deck. I've worked with it before. It's just, like I said, I've always preferred my Oracle cards. Well, tell me what you need to say. You have a phone. You know how to get a hold of me. And you know if you ever call, I will answer. And if I don't answer, you know there's a reason why. And um, yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about. I've had it for, gosh, over a year now, and I've read a little bit of the book, but not a whole lot. I mean, I am a very visual person, especially when it comes to cards. Yes, I will read what's on the card if there's words written on it, like the deck that Ophelia and I both have. It's the Fairy Tarot by Radley Valentine and Doreen Virtue. It does have, words on the bottom. So when I read those, I will read what's at the bottom of them. But for the most part, with my oracles, I am very visual about it. Yay! I figured that's why I didn't send you the link. If you go back and watch the beginning of it, I even said I think Ophelia is still at work. If she gets off, I'll send her the link. But that's why I didn't send it, because I figured you were at work. This is not the fairy deck, the Terry Brown fairy deck that I pulled the Believe card from last night. No, no new decks today. I'm gonna try not to, you know, I don't need to be buying any new decks right now because it is Christmas time. I probably will. We were talking, and then yeah, I'll send her the thing in a second. I'm working from one device right now, and it's kind of. And Melissa, if you want, message me that way. I've got your message bubble back up here, and I can send you the link if you wanna, if you can. I don't know if you can right now or not. I can't. My eyes are not focusing. Got the herb crafters deck. Okay, my eyes. I'm like I said, I'm using a little phone, and my eyes weren't wanting to focus on the. Uh, okay, there we go. That's what I figured. Well, yeah, I'll be dealing with that issue after tonight. Karmic will be home from work until Sunday, Monday. Yeah, he's supposed to have a 4-day weekend, but he's supposed to be on call this weekend, so fingers crossed he gets called in. Well, okay, can I have one, please? Not the whole thing. It's not just typing in caps. It's just my eyes are. I just woke up from a nap about not even an hour ago, and my eyes are messing with me for some reason. Either somebody doesn't have their glasses on right now, or I'm just, you know, because my twin does wear glasses. Attitude. Okay. For some reason that one said stop. Okay, I must be feeling better. All right, Ophelia. Love you, girl. Okay. So we have, and the pictures on in this deck are really pretty. We have attitude, and it's the number one card. I know it's very hard to see with this camera, but the picture on this is really, really pretty. So we're going to see, because these have quite a bit of to the card. Let's see. Make faces at yourself in the mirror today. It says, if you have drawn the attitude card, you can be sure there is a message here for you. Take a close look at the way you interact with others. Stand up for your rights and your ideals. Wow. Speaking your truth. But also honor the place wherein others exist. What appears so obvious to you may not be so obvious to someone else. Go deep within yourself and ask the following questions. What is it that I need to observe within myself? What is the attitude fairy mirroring back to me? We know that attitude plays a huge part in every area of our life. Everything we do involves a choice. We can choose the way we react to a situation. Do you fly off the handle when confronted with a difficult situation? Or do you take a deep breath, center yourself, and consider what would be the best course of action? You see that right there? There's more to it in the book, but that right there is what I have been screaming at the karmic about the way he's treating me. Well, you did this, you did this, you did. No, sir. You are responsible for your own actions, reactions, emotions. Do not put that shit on me. You are responsible for your own attitude. So, um, it's talking about developing a positive attitude, and you know, the spiritual journey. You don't have to be it. That's not all positive and everything. That's thing. And yeah, you could take that. I don't want it. It's not all roses and rainbows and everything. There's a lot of heavy shit that we have to deal with. And he says, "Well, you're always saying be positive. How can no?" I said, "Find the positive in a situation, and it'll help." He's sitting there. Well, what is there to be positive about? And now I know why I just wrote down that quote, because I've wrote down something off of a quote off of the moondeck.com. It come across Instagram while going that it feeds into that right there. Thank you for that one. I knew there was a reason for that. Um, it says your perspective is everything. If you can find something that you are grateful for, even in the darkest of times, there will always be hope. Let your gratitude lead as an authority of your life. You know, there's going to be shit thrown at you. Try to find the positive in it, and it'll give you the hope you need to get through it. And that was why I wrote that down. So I will, yeah. Yeah, I would be a little pissy about that, quite honestly. Yeah, that's just icky. I can't even imagine either one of them thinking that that would be okay. All right. Okay. Monkey, please stop squealing like that. This right here is why I usually do my videos later at night. But I know it's going to be a long day tomorrow, and I'm going to have to get some decent sleep sometime tonight. Yay. Don't get me wrong, I love going back home to Kentucky. I just don't really want to deal with karmic family members. Yes, baby, I feel you. I know you're there. And yeah, not wanting that. My family usually sweeps things under the rug. Nope. You'll see that I had that issue back um in August whenever I made that post about the karmic attacking me. I don't know if you saw that or not, but my oldest son made a comment. Mom, this is not the place to be talking about that. It's a private matter, and um, no, it's not a private matter anymore. I've let it be a private matter for too long, and it's kept going and kept going. and I'm not going to hide it anymore. You know, if he doesn't like the way he's being painted, he should have been a nicer person. So, sorry, not sorry. That post that I made a while back, that pissed him off. The sorry, not sorry, just smart ass comment. Well, oh, I remember what that post was about now. It's because he had asked me to mix up some stuff in the um it was right after I first got my Young Living box. He had asked me to mix up a sleep concoction, a sleep recipe in the bedroom diffuser. Well, I did, and I also lit a couple of incense sticks. Well, I think I may have went a little overboard with it because within 5 minutes of me, finishing filling the diffuser and lighting the incense sticks, he was out cold, and I made a post about it. It's like, I may have overdone it. Sorry, not sorry. And he got so mad. You didn't have to be such a smart ass about it. I said, I was basically saying I like my oils and I'm glad that they work. Um, so hmm. He's constantly looking for ways to take things out of context. Dogs are back there fighting. You can leave my dogs alone. Thank you. Mess with my kids or my animals, and you're gonna regret it. It honestly makes me wonder now if um, the Carmick's family actually saw that post about what he did, because I ended up taking it down. Yes, I told you what you can fix. What? The grilled cheeses. Oh, I said no because you had just ate pizza rolls. It was too soon to eat. I love my babies. I'm still sitting here thinking when y'all were the comments that I was hearing last night when y'all were doing the reading. He was being extremely um cheeky, a little bit vulgar, and he can be, but it's in a cute way most of the time. And I am talking about mental health on that one. Yeah. I get a little tired of hearing the perverted comments from Karmic anymore. I remember I had that one before. Okay. Well, if I need to pull more, I will. Okay. So, uh, seems like that one came out last night too. Huh. Thank you, babe. Okay. So, little compliment there. We have from the masculine, we have the Queen of Pentacles, which he's the masculine starting to see more of the feminine's worth, and he's telling her that she is capable of doing whatever she sets her mind to. Um, which my twin has said that to me personally, that one of his favorite quotes is, "You either find a way or make an excuse." He said, "I know you're capable of finding a way." So that he's, telling us that they see our worth, they know what we're capable of, and they're wanting to help us with that. And then we have, hmm, I didn't even look at the unicorn oracle deck whenever I was pulling them. It says now is an action. Now is the time. Think this and maybe for you, Melissa. Now is the perfect time to act. Take inspired action towards your dream. Move forward with confidence. Uh, whatever you're debating on, acting on, they're saying do it. You you're capable. You've got the power to do what you need to do. Um, and then we have traveler, move in a new direction. Um, a lot of the masculines are traveling. Um, of course, it is the holiday weekend, but it's not just that. They're It's more than just the physical traveling, vacations, whatever, going to see family. It is they are moving towards their own their own destiny. They are making the necessary steps. And then we have look through the mist, find the mystery. And I'm not familiar with this card, so we are going to, okay. This deck is actually really pretty. When I was at Ophelia's, she was looking at the box to it because it's actually really pretty. And what drew me to it is the fact that it does have the lady in the lake on the front of the box. Um, but the expanded meaning for this is don't cloud your judgment with doubt. Believe. The secret of divine creation is within you. The goddess is waiting to help you manifest your dreams. Um, there's been so much doubt lately. I know in my own heart, especially when he goes quiet about, am I crazy? Am I reading too much into this? But then I think back because it's been over a year now since I told my twin about, that I know what the connection really is, because we've talked since we first started talking about how we feel this really strong connection. And it took me months and months before I finally broke down and I told him about it. Um, it was actually on his birthday that I told him, I said, I want you to look up the term twin flame. I said, read about it and we'll discuss it later. And when I sent him that, I was so nervous because he's very reserved, and he will tell me if, I think you're being a bit much right now. And I was so scared that once he read that, he was going to come back calling me crazy, every worst case scenario that could possibly pop into my head. From the time I sent it to the hour later when he actually responded back, and he said, well, I think that basically just describes what we are. And it was just like this big weight, I mean, was off my shoulders. And I told him, I said, I was shaking the whole time I was sending that message. I said, and I've been nauseated ever since. And he said, well, relax. He said, stop thinking that way. He said, it's okay. And it was just, and every time I feel that doubt creeping back in, I think back to that conversation. I'm like, he knows this. He knows what's here. And he sees a little bit more of it as more time passes. The being able to feel each other's energy, know what the other person is going through. It's like Friday, Saturday, me smelling coffee just as he was drinking it. I think that one kind of, he was like, whoa. And it's things like that that really um, take the doubt away. Oh, now where do you live again? I forgot. I've never been to California. And I had never been to Pennsylvania until I went up there to visit Ophelia, and it's so pretty up there, but I hate driving up there. The hills and the curves, and it's no wonder she's having issues with her brakes right now. Okay, we'll go into the feminine, the messages from the feminine to the masculine, which, oh, that makes it easy. Four. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Okay, well, we have the Four of Cups and the Eight of Wands, which we're basically telling our twins we're getting a little bored. We want something more. We're not trying to push them or rush them, but the Eight of Wands, that is fast progress after delays, travel. Well, we did just get pick up travel on his side. Little Mary there, which, yes, I will be traveling. Um, but we want that connection that, can't build a relationship through text messages. We want that togetherness. We want, to be physically with them. We Whatever it takes to get to them, we want that. And then we have this card keeps coming up too. Expansion. Spread your wings and soar. Share your message, shine your light, show the world what you're made of. And we've been trying and trying to get the masculines. Okay, that's cool. I understand. Protect and shield, please. Something feels a little wonky on that. But like I said the other night, there are very, very few, channels that are from the masculine perspective of this. And it's time for the masculines to start stepping up, start, talking about their experiences with this. It only takes a couple of the masculines to start coming forward, and then it'll ripple down. Now, I'm not saying there aren't some masculines out there, but from what I've seen, there's not really a whole lot of them out there that are talking about it. And it would be nice to actually see from their side of it, understand what they're dealing with, the things that they really don't want to talk to us about. I mean, we could sit here and pull card after card after card after card, but it's nice to hear from them. So we're asking them to start stepping up, start talking about things in a productive manner. And then we have She Wolf, Unleash Your Wild Within. I don't have an issue with that one. But a lot of the masculines, is my own included, he is very proper, reserved. I mean, um he's not from America. He's from abroad. I think I've talked about where he's from before, but I'm not going to put all of it out there right now. But his way of doing things is a little bit different than mine. He's a little reserved, and um, it's time to let loose a little bit. Play, have fun, don't work so much, and just live in the moment. Don't sit there and think, well, I've got to do this and this and this and this and this. Yes, you have responsibilities, act accordingly to that, but it doesn't always have to be that way. Relax, have fun. I'm not saying go out and get dog ass drunk, be completely irresponsible, but have fun, be a little wild. And then we have be the powerful space between opposite poles. And I'm just sitting here talking about how, we are kind of opposite, but we're the same. and it's really great. But for some reason I feel like that card is trying to ask them to, step in between, maybe the karmic situations, and that's not what I want. That's not what I mean, there may be some feminine that need that, but I have told my masculine before, I'm not asking you to save me. I'm not asking you to step in and deal with things that are not really yours to have to deal with. I just want you to be there for me as I'm trying to deal with them myself. Oh, bro. And I think that whenever I went through those issues back in August, I think that's what he thought I was trying to get him to do, was to step in, and I've said this before, he's very non-confrontational. He doesn't like fight. I wasn't asking him to do that, but I think it triggered some emotions in him that he wasn't ready to deal with. The protective, he's hurting her. I want to do something about it. He's not used to feeling that way, and I think that's why it caused him to take a step back for a little bit, and to get a handle on, I've never felt this. I really do love her. I don't, and he is understanding more of it. And from the let's see, I know what this one is. Okay, I need that one. From Spirit to both twins, we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is financial security. He has that. I need to work on that. And Spirit's saying that the abundance is coming, which I spoke on that the other night. One of the readers that I watch, I was watching the Gemini 20 the 2020 reading, and that was part of what she was talking about. The abundance is coming in. You just have to be open to it, and we've got the confirmation right here that it's coming. And we have freedom, live wild and free. Just sitting there talking about being a little wild. Claim your independence, which some of us are working towards. It's just a little more difficult, and I really feel my masculine right now saying it's time. Patience, por favor. I've got things I need to. Okay, then we have Shaolin Master. Be graceful in movement and action. Um, there's a right way and a wrong way to just respond to things, and I know Melissa's not here now, but it's like what she was. If you look at back in her comments where she's talking about she was wanting to go, start throwing things, screaming, and hollering. That's not the right way to deal with the situation. Um, Come at it from, of course, get your point across of you right being rightfully upset, but do it with grace, with love, with poise, because there's a time to fight and then there's a time to not, and there's a right way to fight and there's a wrong way. Fighting dirty. Learn how to get your point across without being hateful about it. Lady, I was just sitting there talking about how pretty I thought that card was, and this is a Lady of the Lake. Find and hold your own power. Um, we all have the power within us to do what we need to do, and we have to get to the point where we do not allow others to take our power from us. Um, we what? I know for the longest time it seemed like I didn't have the power. I didn't have a voice to do what I needed, to say what I felt, because my power was being taken away from me. and it's there. He's still trying, but he's not as successful at it now because I've learned how to block it. I'm getting to where I'm not waking up in the morning feeling so incredibly drained, like I haven't slept at all, because I go to bed at night asking, for the protection. Keep my energy with me. Don't allow him to siphon it from me, because that's what he was doing. Um, he'd come home from work, he'd wake the kids up for school, and then he'd lay down in the bed beside me to go to sleep. But while he was sleeping, he was pulling my energy from me. So it was like I wasn't really even sleeping. I would wake up feeling hungover, nauseated, sick in my stomach, just not myself. And I figured out, and I remember doing the energy vampire video a while back. It's been several months now, talking about it. And I have gotten so much better about shielding and not allowing him to drain my energy, you know, when I'm asleep. He tries to do it while I'm awake too, but I can start to sense the change in his demeanor, that is a big sign that he's going to try to take some, or he's going to try to pick a fight. Ha, devil. Hmm. Well, his middle name is a derivative of the word demon. Um, so okay. Right now I'm just kind of seeing what needs to come out. The Fool, travel, journeys, adventures. Yay. I want that. Unexpected opportunity, major choice. In my mind, there's no real choice to that. I know who I want. I know what I want. It's just a matter of going about it and achieving what I want with the least amount of collateral damage, because when there's children involved, it's not an easy thing to deal with, especially when you still have young children at home. Yes, I've got my children are 21, 19, 17, 13, and 10. I mean, they're getting old enough now that they understand things, especially my 17-year-old has a heart of gold, and he knows that the way the karmic's been treating me is not right. And bless his heart, and this one is me, bless his heart, I love him. Um, it's gonna have to differentiate between that. But after that big blow up fight where the karmic did all that shit back in August, my 17-year-old got so upset because he wasn't here. He had taken his little brothers to his girlfriends. They went out there, and I think they went swimming or something. I can't remember exactly what they were doing out there, but he wasn't here. And he said, Mama, it's my fault. He said, I know how he gets when he's like that, because the karmic was cranky before my kids left. He said, I should have stayed here. I said, no, honey. I said, this is not on you. I said, whether you were here or not, he would have done this. And he's like, well, maybe it wouldn't have been as bad if I would have been here. I could have stopped it. And that right there, it broke my heart. I'm like, why does a 17-year-old think that he needs to protect his mother from his father? It's not right. It should never be that way. And I stood there talking to him about it, and he was bawling his eyes out. He said, Mama, I'm so sorry. And I looked him in his eyes. I said, baby boy, I said, it is not your fault. You did not do this. This is on him, 100%. You are not responsible for his actions. Nobody else is responsible for his actions but him. And to sit here and watch my 17-year-old son cry because he felt he failed his mom, that felt he failed to protect her. No child should ever have to feel that way. That's why I've gotten to where I talk on this more, and why I post more on it. And I've even gotten to where I post more about the abuse stuff on my personal Instagram. It's not personal, I don't put a whole lot of that stuff out there, but a lot of what you read if you were on my personal Instagram are things that, yes, I have personally dealt with. And it's the post I made the other day. It's about survivor silencing and victim blaming, and which my oldest son didn't understand what he was doing, but when he said that, Mom, this isn't the place for that. That right there was survivor silencing. Nobody has a right to tell you you cannot speak up for what's going on in your life. Use your voice. If um if me speaking this helps somebody else get out of that situation or recognize the signs sooner than I did, then that is what I'm doing this for. Yes, I love the card readings, the giving people the hope, the confirmation that they need on their twin journey. I love that part. But if I can help another feminine get out of a situation sooner, not have to be so entangled that she feels like she can't get away. If I can give her, you know, the information to get out sooner, that's what I'm supposed to do. And yeah, I'm not sure why this popped out a minute ago. I'm not sure why. Entrepreneurial, and sitting here talking about, you know, paths and what I'm supposed to be doing, which I am, and I just really did that. I got shuffled back in there the wrong way. Um, I know I've spoke on this a little bit. I am a consultant, distributor for Young Living essential oils. Um, and that's something that Karmic attacked me on the other day, not physically, but uh, I had said something several months back. I really want to do this. I think I'd be good at it. I said I love the oils. I know what a lot of them are used for. I said, and I'm learning more every day on what they can be used for, what they're beneficial for. And he was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, I think you'd be good at that. You should do that. You should do that." And then Friday morning, when I told him, I don't trust him. I don't want his energy in me like that more. That's when he started attacking, because it's been slow going. I haven't really made a whole lot of money with the oils yet. And he said, "Well, I told you shit like that doesn't work. You don't listen to me, blah, 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 blah." And I sat there. I'm like, really? When I first brought this up to you, you were all, gung ho for it. But now that, you're not getting your way, and, you know, not, I'm not telling you what you want to hear, you're all of a sudden gonna, start attacking that. And he does it every single time. Um, for a while, it was my crystals, it was, all of that. He'd start attacking that last year, September of 2018. He actually grabbed my Akashic Tarot deck because it was sitting beside the bed. It was before I got my cabinet and actually had a proper place to store them. It was sitting beside my bed. He actually grabbed it, opened it, and was trying to rip the cards up, and said that he was going to burn them all, because I had like 3 decks at the time. He was gonna tear them all up. And then in August, he had me blocked in here in the bedroom, and I looked at him. I said, "Do you realize you keeping me in here like this is imprisonment, and it is illegal?" He grabbed a hold of the side of my crystal cabinet and grabbed a hold of it like he was going to fling it in the floor. He said, "Those people have you believe in such shit." Those people meaning my vibe tribe. And I was like, it's not just them. I said, you talk to anybody, and they'll tell you, that is abuse. We have the Ten of Wands, feeling overburdened, weary, determination required, determined to get out of the situation, definitely. And then Five of Swords, hidden agendas. Yeah. Um, Karmic thinks he's sneaky, but like I said, I see what he's trying to do, and it's not going to work this time. This whole little honeymoon phase where he thinks, well, if I buy her this, I do this for her, blah blah blah. I can get back in her pants. Nope, I'm not taking that energy on anymore. I don't want your narcissistic, so mm, hateful energy in me. You're lucky I still sleep in the bed with you because there's nowhere else for me to sleep. I can't sleep on our couch. So, yeah, I'm sitting here rambling on, and surprisingly, I actually feel really good about it. Um, which is weird. I usually won't do a video this long by myself. What do we have? I don't think those are all supposed to come out because there's like 7 of them. And we have the Ten of Pentacles right there. Huh. It's coming. Financial security, family stability. Yeah. Um, I know it is. I know the angels have my best interest. Things are going to work out. My life is going to be the way it was meant to be, not the way it's been for the past almost quarter century. Um, let's see, was there anything else? And I'm sure once I sign off of this, I'm going to think it's something else because I did that last night when I was on Ophelia's live. I'm like, oh shoot, I knew there was something in. Okay, we'll do one more from here to end the reading. Something that will give us a little hope going through this weekend. Why is that flipped over? That's the one I got put in wrong. That was the one I read earlier, the attitude one. Give us a little hope going into this holiday weekend. Navigate for those of us that have to deal with karmics that we don't really want to deal with, which can't say this enough, protect and shield. If you need to, if it gives you a little more solace, crystals in your bra, you know. Black tourmaline is good for absorbing negative energies. Let's see, what other ones do we I think? Of course, clear quartz is a good one for anything. Polychrome jasper. Just ask Cassiopeia uh, about how well polychrome jasper works. I gave her a piece of polychrome back in March. I went to a crystal show over in St. Louis, and I sent a couple of my girls crystals from there, or that one didn't come from there, but I sent them several crystals, and she got to where she was carrying the polychrome jasper in her bra. Well, now is where it's been helping her so much, absorbing things that are coming at her. It started to develop a black spot on it. I think down at the point of the heart because it's a polychrome heart that she keeps, and it's started to turn black. Um, but Let's see what other crystals. Howlite is good for helping control impulse, tempers. Um, Angelite connects you to the angels to where you can possibly better hear their warning signs. You know, they're telling you, hey, pay attention. Um, I'm sitting here looking at my crystal cabinet trying to think some of the smaller ones I have. The best thing to do is just to call in the holy angels, you know, protect and shield, because they're going to be rejuvenate winter. Oh, right, 6. Well, there was a reason that one opened. Rejuvenation. Yeah, pages are sticking together. Okay. Departures. Okay. Oh, sorry, but yeah, not sorry. Stop apologizing when you're not hurting somebody. Thanks, Lex. Um, we have a forget-me-not. She's really pretty little blue-winged angel with the forget-me-nots around her, sitting on ivy. She's really pretty. It says, as you move along your path, there may be experiences and people that you leave along the way. No matter what sorrow this may bring, always look for the gift that they have given you. There is a gift within everything that comes your way, and it is up to you to allow this gift to be recognized for what it is. Some partings are sad, some are relief, some are joyous. One thing that is for certain, all things change continuously. So learn to go with the flow. Sometimes people have to leave so that you or they can grow. Sometimes they come back and sometimes they do not. Ask the fairies to help you with your feelings and to move forward. Life is continuous and non-ending. One does not move to another city and stop existing just because you can no longer see them. So it is with passing from this earth plane. Life continues, but we here on earth cannot see that life in the we cannot see that life in the hang on. Life continues here on earth, but we cannot see that life in the form that we're used to. Without change, there is no growth, and our souls become stagnant. Accept the changes and the departures as part of life's continuance, for that is what they are, life evolving as it should. After all, one does not stay in a theater after the show is over, do they? It is important to examine the relationships. What did you learn from them? What did they give you? How did you bless each other's lives? It is okay to grieve a bit, but do it with joy for their journey. Whether they are in another city or have to thank you, Papa, or departed the planet, you can send to them messages from your mind and they will receive them. Just be calm and relaxed and think what it is you wish to tell them. The angels, guides, and elementals will help with the delivery. Whoa. Hey, Harry, my love you, baby doll. And as I started reading this one, the Forget Me Not, he was the one that popped into my head. It's my papa, my mom's dad, popped into my head, the departure, because, well, his birthday's coming up on the 5th, and he's been gone for 11 years now, but it's still the holidays. It's hard with him not there because he was the backbone of the family. He was, well, my mama is too. She's still amazing, but it's hard going down there sometimes. with him not there, and I'll go into his shop because he was a carpenter. I'll go into his shop just to I I know he's still there. I mean, as kids we all spent so much time out there with him, and there's the departures part of that. There's everything is a lesson or a blessing, and it's up to you to decide, you know, whether you're going to take on that whole, what is the word, how do I say this? It is up to you to decide if you want to remember the positive aspects of a situation or the negative. Um, as far as my situation here goes, yes, he's put me through hell, but he gave me the biggest blessings I will ever have. Nobody else can give me that. That is, I know you do, baby. Oh no, I do too. Um, as much as I'd love to have children with my twin, I'm 39 years old. Not to mention, I can't have children anymore. It would not be fair to bring my spirit daughter into this world at my age. It would, um, there's too many risks involved in that. So I choose to look at, you know, this as this situation is the karmic, yes, he gave me an amazing gift. 5 beautiful children. So it's up to you to decide what you take from a situation and what you let go of. When this is all said and done, I will not harbor any ill will towards him. I will always hold a little bit of love for him because, yes, he is the father of my children. But if you ever remember anything that I say, remember this: you can love someone and still not want them in your life. You can love them from afar because their energy is just too toxic for you to be with anymore. Thank you, Papa. I hope this helped. We very well, when Ophelia gets home, we may do, you know, more on her channel. I don't know. But I hope this helped. If you've made it this long, I don't even know how long the video is now. 10308. Okay. I hope this helped in one way or another if you've made it through the whole video. And I'm sending y'all so much love. And I hope if you're in America, happy Thanksgiving tomorrow. And I hope your food is great and the time you get to spend with your family is rejuvenating instead of draining. Have a great night, great holiday weekend. Until next time, bye.